Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Orlando Magic. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. Let's see some of the numbers here for Mike Conley.
Over his last 10 games, his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better. He looks very confident from deep. There's no doubt he's got the green light to shoot from his coaching staff.
A look at the opening lineup for the Orlando Magic. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. Then it's Wendell Carter. Then there's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Black in at the 1. And for the Timberwolves, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. Well, this last stretch of the season could be the final NBA games for some of the aging stars in the league. Grant, when did you know it was time?
Well, you know, B.A., I made it 19 years in the league. And at 40 years old, I was kind of happy to be done. But I hope that all the guys retiring this year have the same closure I had.
Franz Wagner is a very capable offensive player. Knock down those deep shots, young sir.
Gobert against Carter. Gobert passes to Randle. Back to Gobert. Shot clock at 5. Randle outside. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
Yeah, they were able to execute offensively in a hostile environment, which led to a lot of high percentage shots.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
In transition, the Magic on the run. Here's Carter. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Let's remember, Wendell Carter Jr. goes about 6'10", 270. Good luck trying to stop him without fouling.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Now here's Edwards. A 29-point game for him in the win against Denver.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Outside Conley. Back to Randle. Pass to Edwards. Can they get it? That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
Outside, Caldwell-Pope. Randle against Banchero. Carter, a screen on Randle. The 3 from Banchero. And it's Gobert with a rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Back to Edwards. Orlando with a rebound.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Wagner on the wing. Here's Banchero. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Here's Edwards. And he drops it in from the low post.
Well, you can see Anthony Edwards trying to probe and create an opportunity to get off the dribble drive, sees that window and exploits it.
Wagner with a screen on Conley. Black passes to Banchero. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle.
A full load to handle anywhere on the floor. Banchero makes sure he gets his.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. And Minnesota making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. He does not get the second one. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. Bataze's checked in for Orlando. Pass to Wagner. The shot off that time. Nice D from Reed. Conley passes to Edwards. Back to Conley. From downtown. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Outside Carter to get back on track. Nails it from beyond the arc. Carter's got 8 points.
Have to give Wendell Carter Jr. tremendous credit for developing that range shooting. Nicely done.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Miller's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. A minute 53 left in the first quarter. DiVincenzo against Anthony. Outside Reed. Miller, a screen on Anthony. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
Wagner, the pass to Anthony. Going inside. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
I love Cole Anthony because when he sees an opening to attack off a drive, he does not hesitate.
Clark outside. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Magic. As we approach the postseason, let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You look at the Magic, they're clinging on to the final playoff spot in the conference, trying to improve their position if possible.
Yeah, right now for the Magic, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
McDaniels is checked in for Miller. Here's Banchero. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Reed, a screen on Harris. Outside, Alexander Walker. Over Harris. And there it is for him. 20 seconds left in the first quarter here. Banchero against Clark. Now here's Banchero. He's guarded closely. Anthony with a bucket.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Wendell Carter, he's been the guy making things happen for the Magic. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Magic.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Naz Reid out there with Jaden McDaniels. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Clark in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. The shot by Alexander-Walker, no good. And so it's Harris with it. He brings it up for Orlando. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. Here's Anthony. Blocked. Now Alexander Walker to the inside. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
And the basket is good. Anthony's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Oh, Cole Anthony not afraid to mix it up on the interior. Good finish.
Clark in the post. Guarded by Banchero. And the basket by Clark.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Now here's Harris. Covered by Alexander Walker. Anthony outside. Fires from deep. Reid with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 8. Outside. DiVincenzo. Reid passes to Alexander Walker. Right side Reid. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Reid's got his first 2 points.
Boy, Naz Reid able to concentrate and finish despite incredible defense.
Clark against Banchero. Kicks it out to Isaac. 3-pointer. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3.
Don't let the frame fool you. Jonathan Isaac is lean, but he is unafraid of contact. I love that play.
Reset. Reset.
And he hits the first of 3.
Well, the potential of Jonathan Isaac is truly exciting. This guy is still a bit raw, but he has every tool to be successful, both offensively and defensively.
Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Black comes in for Harris. He hits the second from the line.
You know, Isaac had some injury struggles in his career, but he hasn't let that deter him. He still plays with a lot of intensity and gives this game his all.
And he nails the 3rd.
0 wasted trips. They're doing their job at the line.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Reid sets a screen. DiVincenzo against Anthony. DiVincenzo can't hit. Orlando leading by 9. To the paint. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Oh, my goodness. Rock the rim, Wendell Carter Jr. We see you.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time." Brian?
Got to take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you. And Edwards puts up a deep 3. Anthony grabs the board.
We all know he's a good shooter, But from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Shoots, and he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Carter's got 4 points now in the quarter. Outside, DiVincenzo. Inside, here's Dillingham. Can't cash it in from close range. Orlando leading by 13. He takes it in. Kicks it out to Isaac. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
This is his second trip to the line in the game.
Yeah, free throws were an issue for him in their last contest. He just couldn't find the mark.
3 shots. 3 shots.
First free throw is good. Orlando making some changes. Wagner comes in for Paolo Banchero, and Caldwell Pope is subbed in for Anthony. No good on the second free throw. Well, when you list the best players in the NBA right now, Doris, most of the top guys are from outside the U.S.
Oh! Wow, Julius Randle with a little flavor on the finish.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Magic leading by 12. Isaac outside. Pass to Wagner. Isaac with a screen on McDaniels. To the middle. And the dunk by Isaac.
Well, when you've got big-time athleticism and power, Jonathan Isaac, be aggressive at the cup.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
Well, think about this, B.A. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
Bataze's checked in for Isaac. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Goga Bataze.
And the last couple of months, the rebounding totals have taken a bit of a dive for him. Let's see if he can refocus and put more effort on the glass.
A minute 39 left in the first half of basketball. Carter against Randall. Oh, nice D from Carter. And here are the Magic now. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. Wagner up top. Carter against Randall. Doubled by Randall. 5 on the clock. And we're going to have a jump ball. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. Black, no good. Timberwolves trail by 14. Pass to Randall. Edwards for 3. Minnesota again missing.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Tries the spin move. Here's Bataze. Here's Black. He's guarded by Conley. Black passes to Bataze. And he throws it down with one hand.
And an excellent job distributing the ball tonight. You can really see his feel for the game.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And that one's good from Conley.
There are very few players who run screen and roll action as well as Mike Conley. Put the ball in his hands and know something good's going to happen.
Wagner against McDaniels. Now here's Wagner. Defense is right there. The Magic need to put one up here. Matase can't hit. And so it's the Orlando Magic in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games. You know, maybe we should take a road trip, the three of us.
Yeah, if we're going on a road trip, I'm bringing my dogs.
Nah, what about that smell?
I don't think they'll mind it.
Ouch.
And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Magic.
No sloppy passes, no easy giveaways, no big mistakes. They're keeping it tight like Kenny Pants over there, Ernie.
Hey, that's tighter than tight.
Yo, it's called form fitting. It's called a Euro cut. Thank you, gentlemen.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Wendell Carter with a strong contribution so far in this one.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. On the court for the Magic, Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner, and it's Black in at the point guard position. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Really nice decision-making by Anthony Edwards. If you're going to play in the NBA, you've got to read off pick-and-roll action.
Banchero with a screen on McDaniels. McDaniels against Wagner. Down low. It's tipped from 8 feet away. And Carter with the finish. Carter's got 14 points.
You're starting to see why Carter Jr. was a lottery pick in 2018. He can be quite dominant offensively.
Now here's Conley. Tight defense on him. And he banks in the layup.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching. That's a terrific start right there.
Caldwell Pope, the pass to Carter. And the three off target. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 11. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home. That'll be their second of a 5-game stretch at home.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Carter from outside. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
Wagner against McDaniels. And Carroll with a screen on McDaniels. And another miss by Orlando.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Gobert finds Edwards. Oh, Edwards just bullying his way inside.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Cole Anthony, he's checked in for Orlando. And with a moment here, let's see the league's top scorers. 5th, Anthony Edwards.
He's proven to be an essential part of their offensive efforts, always playing hard on that end and ensuring they come up with points.
Magic leading by 6. Anthony outside. There's a screen. Wagner outside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Guys, when you're talking about young players, the first thing I want to know is, do they have passion and enthusiasm for the game? Franz Wagner, he's got every bit of that.
Free throw good, Wagner.
Boy, for his age, you think about how well-rounded a basketball player Franz Wagner is, and the guy wants to get better. He's a student of the game. The sky is the limit for this young man.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
To have a big who's great at the line, such a plus.
Randall outside. It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to Gobert. The contact not enough to bother Gobert at the rim.
Overall, their shot selection has been much better here in the second half. We'll see if the rest of their game follows suit.
Wagner outside. To the inside. Here's Anthony. It's not going to go for him. Some solid defense from Edwards. Conley passes to McDaniels. Anthony against Edwards. Back to Daniels. Pass to Randall. 6 on the shot clock. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Anthony up top. Doubled by Randall. Anthony finds Banchero. Picked by Carter. Yes! Banchero fighting for 2.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Wendell Carter with a strong contribution so far on this one.
This is a timely timeout because this guy is hurting them. They've got to figure it out.
And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Conley. Randall, the pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Randall, to the paint. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Anthony outside. Good work defensively by DiVincenzo. Timberwolves trail by 4. And here's Clark for 3. It's rebounded by Batase. A chance at a 2 for 1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
Harris passes to Anthony. And here's Wagner. Harris on the wing. Anthony outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. Hits the three-pointer. Anthony's got 10.
Yeah, if you're going to handle the basketball and pick and roll opportunities, you've got to be able to think score. And we know Cole Anthony very willing to do that.
Down low. Fader on the way. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Orlando closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. The flow of the game has favored them in general. But hey, the tide can shift. Back after this. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. We've got Naz Reid, Dante DiVincenzo out there with Dillingham. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and it's Minot in at the 4. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Yeah, look at Banchero putting his physicality to work, driving through contact right there.
Now here's Alexander-Walker. Defense right on him. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Pass to De Silva. Anthony outside. Here's the Taze. Jacks up a 3. He buries it from 3. And the Magic lead by 10.
What a smart pass by Cole Anthony right there. Just a guy is open. You get him the ball right away.
Reid, a screen on Anthony. Inside. And Reid with a basket on the assist from Dillingham.
Oh, I like their execution in the second half. They're keeping this game competitive.
Pass to De Silva. Off target with the 3. Minnesota shooting 55% for the game so far. Here's Dillingham. He's guarded by Anthony. Takes the 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Bitadze's got 4 rebounds now. Anthony with it. Ooh, it's stolen away. Here's DiVincenzo. Soft touch off the glass.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Magic leading by 6. Harris outside. To the middle. Here's Anthony. Misses in close. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 in the 4th and looking confident on offense. Outside, Alexander-Walker. Here he goes. Drops in the layup for 2. And now it's just a 4-point Magic lead.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's Black. Pass to Carter. Wagner outside. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Clock at 6. Puts up a deep 3. And another miss by Orlando.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
And that one's good from Conley.
Poised under pressure. That has come to define Mike Conley.
Carter, a screen on Randall. Here's Banchero. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. And the Magic lead by 3.
Oh, no holding back from Banchero. He wants this team to be able to rely on him in these type of moments.
Here's Edwards. Orlando grabs the miss. At one point, they led by 16. Wagner against McDaniels. Black passes to Banchero. Tries it from 16. Count it. Good.
Those are some big-time points from Banchero. He has that closer's mentality.
And here's Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Edwards, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Carter. Wagner outside. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter here. McDaniels with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 5. Inside, Randall, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Julius Randle under tremendous pressure with the big bucket.
Pass to Banchero. Gobert against Carter. Back to Banchero for 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Edwards. Excellent D there from Caldwell Pope. This play could decide the game.
Can't afford any mistakes here, B.A.
Puts up a 3. The big man, Banchero, showing the range.
And stepping up when it's clutch time. That's a very mature play by the young Banchero.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Edwards for 3. Yes! What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
Oh, the young gun, Anthony Edwards with the big-time delivery.
Here's Banchero. Oh, he nails it!
He looked as cool as a cucumber. Banchero unfazed as he hits the big shot.
And Chris Finch has called timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Oh! 27 seconds left in the fourth. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Contavious Caldwell Pope.
Well, Randall works so hard down low, earns him these fouls in the process.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And Randall drops them both.
Hey, a steady hand at the line in a tough situation. He narrows it to a one-possession game.
And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws good, and it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, 2-possession game now after knocking both of those down.
Here's Gobert. Oh, Gobert hammers it home.
Gobert is not fazed by these moments. He wants to be the man.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Put a bow on this one. His composure at the line effectively ends it.
It's intercepted, and so they choose to intentionally foul. He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by McDaniels.
And that's a foolish pass. Plain and simple.
And so Orlando takes the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment, but they stood tall and got the win.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
Guys, thank you. Wendell, you were dialed in offensively. What was it that had you going?
My teammates just been finding me in my right spots, practicing my shots, taking my open shots, and, just being confident.
Thanks, Wendell.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And now, time for our player of the game, Wendell Carter.